Dungeon Runners Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the Dungeon Runners Podcast. I'm Matt, and today we've got General Drowned.
Oh man. Then who else do we got, Matt?
We got no one. Everyone's ill.
Everybody's ill or buying a house. You'll find out who during the podcast.
Gosh, this week's been terrible for people's health. At first, you were barely talking. Like, I came in call with you like once or twice.
I was just so congested and coughing and everything was terrible and so sick. I hated it. Life was agony.
And it was on because it was Independence Day for America.
Yeah, it's the 4th of July. I had a four days off from my factory job.
You had 4 days off and you were ill through all of it.
Yep, I was ill the second I found out I was getting time off. I was like, oh man, time to let my defenses down.
Well, you know that's a thing though, right?
Yeah, I know. It used to happen to me in high school all the time. Every spring break and every winter break, I would get sick.
People with 9-to-5s when they go on holiday, like as soon as they hit abroad, they just get ill. It's quite a common thing I hear.
Yeah, it's garbage. And then so it started with me being ill, and then we find out Barnabas got ill. Barnabas Damos, a member who hasn't been on the podcast, but he will one day.
We'll make him.
And then Blue got ill, and now Spike's dead because he's buying a house.
I got ill before Blue, and then Blue had the exact same thing as me, even though she lives in Canada and I live in UK. UK. I was trying to think of a weird way to say the UK. England, home city, England.
The Brits live. Somewhere out in the sea. What is that place called? Dude Island.
Dude Island? Oh.
Yeah.
I think I know what you're talking about, but I don't know enough to.
It's like a place you could buy like small plots of land or something.
Yeah, and you can become a lord of Dude Island.
Dude, I've become a lord.
You know, there's people that sell like plots of land of the moon, even though the moon can't be owned by a single country because we made this whole treaty about it. Even though,
yeah, I know, right?
But then there's people that sell it. It's like those people who buy a pet rock and they sell like 1.5 million pet rocks, and you're like, they're just selling you nothing. Or air guitars on eBay was popular for a while, and they just send you nothing.
That's a really funny one.
It's so bad. Or on Amazon, you can buy nothing. It's literally called nothing, and it's like shrink wrapping or whatever. You know those really thick plasticky wrappings, but it's just nothing inside, and it annoys me because entrepreneurs think of this stuff, make jillions off it.
I'm just sitting here with my dick in my hand.
Yeah.
Fucking. I think I told this. I think it was off the podcast. Do you remember the dude who made the app that was simply called "I Am Rich"?
No.
No?
No, I don't think I've heard about this.
It's like it's an app that was ridiculously expensive, and like the app icon was gold, and then when you would buy it for like a shit ton of money, and then you would open it and it would just be like, I am rich.
Oh my gosh. That's amazing.
And it got taken down from the store because it was like, this breaks TOS because it's not doing anything.
Yeah. It's so just like a status symbol. Like, I made a ton of money
really fast, and then it got taken down.
What? There's another one where I don't know if it's real or not, but you could buy pills that make your poop gold.
Oh, that's real. That's
real, yeah.
Nuts.
Wasn't like celebrities getting it or something? They're so expensive though. Aren't they like thousands of dollars for these pills? And it's just like, I can only imagine it's the same gold as you find in those alcoholic, like Goldschlager. You know, there's alcohol with like gold shaving bits inside.
No, I don't drink.
Oh, well, it's okay. There's alcohol with like little, it looks like confetti of gold. And it's meant to be like when you drink it, it's meant to, in quotation marks, cut your throat or create like tiny slices so the alcohol goes to your blood quicker and you get drunk faster. But apparently it's all a myth, I've heard.
Really?
Yeah, and it sounds utterly violent. It sounds like a saw trap when you put it that way.
Yeah, seriously.
Like, but you don't feel it. I've got some. It doesn't do anything as far as I'm aware. It looks pretty. Hell, you can get a J2O, like a juice that used to have it. like these gold bits inside. J2O, yeah.
That sounds like a internet slang.
J2O.
Yeah.
No, it's like a juice in a glass bottle. It's pretty expensive, but you kind of get them at bars.
Weird, dude. There's a lot of weird shit in drinking, isn't there?
No, this wasn't alcoholic. It was just a drink.
It's just a drink?
Shops. Yeah, it's just juice. It's just fruit juice in a glass bottle.
Weird.
Yeah.
Dude, but did it make you poof gold? Like the pill? That's just like shredded gold.
Imagine, mate, pirating the pill. No, this is me presuming that it's the same stuff, but like drinking enough of Goldschlager or that gold stuff in the J2O that you poop gold. And you're like, hey, I'm a celebrity too. Look at me.
Look at how fucking rich I am. Look at my shit.
It's like when you see that picture, was it Beyonce was pouring, it's like this bottle of champagne or whatever, and she's just pouring it on herself.
Right, yeah.
But people found the champagne that she got, and it's like thousands a bottle or hundreds of dollars a bottle. She's just pouring it.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, I mean, she paid for it.
Yeah,
not like
true.
She was given it.
It's just wild, like you know, like how people perceive that as really, really, really expensive. And she's just like, oh yeah, cool. I just pour it all over myself. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry, bro. I got this.
I got this. My own money.
Like, yeah, exactly. She paid for it though. It's like, I mean, it's not harming anyone. She's not doing anything. She just seems like a waste of money. It's like even then, it's not my money. Why do I give a shit?
It's kind of like though. Imagine a rich dude just burns $100 in your face. You're like, it's your money. You can do what you want. But damn, it's a stupid waste of money.
Well, see, like the difference is when you burn money, you're taking money out of the economy, so you're really fucking everyone.
But it's his money.
But he's burning money.
Yeah,
it's not his money at that point.
Apple have done? Apple and Nintendo and all these big companies, because they store all their money. They got like trillions stored away in offshore accounts, but they can't bring it back. Let's see, Apple have like trillions, I think. I think it's in the trillions or something in dollars or billions. In off-sea accounts or something. But they want to bring it back to the country, but if they do, they get taxed. So they just kind of like keep it there or something. Because they wanted to strike a deal. There's a big economic, was it 2008's crash or something? Or there's a big depression for a while. And they're like, hey, government, we've got all these trillions of dollars or whatever. Let us bring it over at a discounted tax. Please, we could bring it in, bring more money in. And they're like, no, you're not getting away with it. If you bring in that money in this country, you got to be prepared to pay us.
Well, see, I mean, it is what they're doing. Like you're right. You're completely right. Like, they're fucking taking money out of the economy. At the same time, like, they don't want to get taxed for just, like, come on. Yeah. Stop being assholes.
To be fair, like, tax is annoying.
Yeah, it is. I mean, like, you know, like, for the longest time, Japan didn't have tax.
Really?
Yeah, like, actually, if, like, surprisingly enough, if you play, Yakuza 0, like, it's in the era right before they get taxes introduced.
Really?
And, like, it implies one of the characters is, like, one of the advocators for taxes. It's fucking hilarious.
Do you want to know how tax kind of got started?
Why?
Right, this is information from a financial book called, I think it's called Rich Dad Poor Dad. But he's very against tax. So this feels like the way he's worded it, or the way he words about tax and stuff, it's very against it. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's stretching very far towards like, these are really evil things. But basically, back in the day, tax wasn't a constant thing. It was only a thing for when we were at war. Particularly in this country, it's like, hey guys, we're fighting the French or the Normans or each other in a civil war because we fought a lot. We got a terrible history for wars. So the king used to go around and be like, hey guys, give us some money, you know, give us some tax money, and we'll fund this war and kick all their asses.
Isn't that called shit? It's like an investment, isn't it? War bonds, right?
I don't know if it was a bond. Maybe I think it's just one of those, like, tax was only required when it was asked for and it wasn't a constant thing. But eventually these politicians were like, hey, like, guys, they're rubbing their hands together and they're like, listen, everyone in the country, right, we'll do a constant tax thing. You pay tax. Poor person over there, you pay tax. Rich person over there, you pay a lot of tax. That way, everyone's kind of got this equal thing, like, you know, it's a good ratio. But the rich people will be paying more because they have more money. Therefore, everyone is more well off because us politicians or whatever, or the government gets more money to spend out on you guys, and you guys benefit. And it's this Robin Hood sort of, take from more from the rich people and we'll fund it, our communities and stuff. But what they later on found was the rich people were rich, and they were like, we don't want to pay this, so we pay someone for us to not pay it. And every time they change the law to pay more tax, they find very weird loopholes that only rich people can get away with, like how Starbucks only pay like 1% tax because they earn their money through this one company, which is a subsidiary of this company, which is linked to this country, which pays little tax. So technically they don't earn money. They're like, they earn less money than you and me sort of thing. Or,
What?
they got a system where like they lose money on paper, so they don't pay tax. Starbucks don't pay tax. Quite a few companies pay like 1% tax. And celebrities do. And they found like basically rich people were like, we just pay this guy who lets us pay no tax, and it's completely legal. And the people who suffered were the low to middle income earners, because they have to pay tax even though they're not earning as much as Rich Bill over here.
Yeah,
That's how it was told to me. So I don't know how 100% legit. And I've probably glossed over a lot of facts, a lot of like, politics involved, but that's like the abridged version that I kind of heard.
So what you're saying is you sped run that description of tax evasions.
Yeah.
So, speaking of speedrunning.
Yeah.
So, Matt, did you watch any of SGDQ?
I've been ill for a lot of it. And I've been out the house a lot of the time, but I managed to catch some of it.
I've caught like maybe a couple runs. I'm like here today to watch some runs, but like one of the runs I caught earlier was from this Dark Souls 1 by Bubbles Alfago, who's I'm not particularly fond of, and a lot of chatties either.
Well, apparently a bunch of people like him, because I go to the Reddit things, and sometimes I put like little posts about like, saying like, what's the deal with this guy? And I always get downvoted loads because everyone's like, no, I love Bubbles Alfago. But to me, he's a complete asshole. He's probably nice in person, but like the way he acted when I first saw him, he was
the other Dark Souls run, Dark Souls 3 run before.
And the Batman one too.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Like,
he was at the same time.
What was he saying? He was like, I'm gonna donate to my own run because like it's me.
Yeah, that's.
And then what's the other one? Oh, I would have made, because he had to choose the Batman costume, and he's like, but I want to choose Batman animated costume. I would have made it a donation incentive, but I thought there was a chance that it wouldn't be this one. And I was like, if you're going to do that, at least don't say it. But I don't want to know that I had the chance to choose the costume just for you to want that one. I don't know. Something about it just bugs me.
Anyways, like that's not the only thing that happened in the SGDQs. So yeah, Bubbles Alfago was he's just like, he gives off a real bad vibe, and like not only that, it's like he was kind of a scumbag when it came to the Dark Souls 3 run last year.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to like make this the we hate the Bubbles Alfago podcast, but like fucking he was like shit talking casual players a lot in the DS3 playthrough last year.
Yeah.
And it's like, casuals, right? Dance game. But at the same time, it's like, you're doing this for a charity where it's 99% casual people watching.
I found out a little bit about that run too. Apparently a bunch of the Dark Souls 3 speedrun community were watching him on a Discord while streaming, and they were laughing at him because he's making so many mistakes. But the other thing I heard, which is in his defense, was a lot of the Dark Souls 3, I don't think they could get any of the decent Dark Souls 3 runners, so they ended up just pulling him in. But when I heard that, because I don't think it's his main or something. I don't think it's his main thing. To me, the way I described it on Reddit was, it seems like he just learnt Dark Souls 3 just to do GDQ, whereas the guy who did it this year, he was phenomenal. He was awesome. He was funny, but he was also awesome at the game. He knew everything about it, and
that sucks. I missed that run. Like right before I got out of work was that run.
It was
I
so
came back
good.
and it was I also miss Super Metroid. I don't know what happened. I hear it was a really good run.
We'll watch it. We'll watch it.
Oh, I gotta.
But Dark Souls 3, the guy who did it this year, he was so good. You could tell he knew everything about the game. And when you see that compared to Bubbles' one, where he's like and ahhing and trying to figure things out as he's going, it felt like, yeah, it wasn't his main game. But when I heard that he was just pulled in to do it because no one else could show up, when I was thinking that, I was like, well, it was one of the main event ones. It was the last day one. Why couldn't they just like, I don't know, not do it and do a better game or a different game? I don't know. I wish
something where someone would be
it,
more proficient. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if you can't do it, just don't show it. But he had to do like that weird backup save thing with the save file.
Oh my
yourself.
God, yeah. Yeah, what the fuck?
I was like, dude, that's.
And then like they continued the timer from where he left off, so it's pretty much mute at that time anyway. So it's like there's a lot of like, why are we still bothering? Why do we care?
And he kept complaining when he failed it because he was like, oh, if I fall, like this is it. And he did it, and he was super salty about it.
Oh, dude,
like,
fucking. Like I was saying, like there's not a lot of people who liked him there because like I don't know if you saw the chat or not, but I was watching it when I was driving the way home. I saw the chat box, and it was just a lot of, why is Bubbles Delphico back at SGDQ? Keep him out of SGDQ.
Really?
It's just that it's just that being spammed in the chat, and it's just like, man, these people know how I feel.
Because I was on the Reddit, there's some people that do like him, and I don't know, when it was his run, I kind of took that as my time to leave and get food, so I didn't see any of his run. I walked in and my computer was still on and he was just doing things. But by the time I set up all my food in the plate and got it all heated up, he was gone, so I was kind of like, yeah. I was a bit annoyed because he's the solo couch for the Dark Souls 3 run, and it was annoying me because he was there and I was like, I don't want to see him. I wanted to see the Dark Souls 3 community, the other people.
I want to see the other dudes.
I want to see the other dudes.
Cool. Yeah, like I caught a little bit of it during my last break, and it would look fucking phenomenal because it looked like the dude was getting like cheered on by the chat and shit.
Because when he was doing the couch for the Dark Souls 3 on this SGDQ, he'd just say something. He'll try to add onto a joke, and it'll just get super quiet. And I was like, dude, don't kill his momentum. The guy who ran it was genuinely funny. And he'd try add to it. Like, there's an untextured rock. Down. He went past this untextured rock. He's like, oh, it's an untextured rock. Hey, untextured rock. And everyone's like, hi. And he's like, oh, yeah, it's kind of like untextured door. Quiet. Yeah, I guess. You know what I mean?
Well played. So, like, to be honest, he's not the worst in this marathon. I can't say for sure who the worst is, but, like, there's a lot of bad runs. I mean, okay, there's not a lot of bad runs, a lot of bad runners in the GDQ past. Like, let's not give names for sake of the person, but there's a person who ran Crash Bandicoot some time ago. By the way, the Crash Bandicoot this year was fantastic. Like, the guy did way better.
Yeah?
And yet he finished the game, unlike the other guy. So the guy who did it a couple years ago didn't finish the game and threatened to kill everyone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know, that guy. Like, why are you cheering? It's like, oh man. And sometimes I just feel like getting a gun and killing everybody. Like,
I've never seen it. I've never seen that run. I've only heard the memes.
Man, you don't want to.
I don't want to. That's the thing. I genuinely don't want to. Did they upload it?
Yeah. No, dude, they have to upload all that shit. You remember, I think that's the same year where the guy who says, the hourly bus thing.
The guy who's just like, because everyone was doing those Waluigi wares. They're like, wah, and the crowd would just go, wah. Was it the Super Metroid run?
Yeah,
it was the big climax, the huge climax of the GDQ at the time. And people are like, wah, and he just grabs the mic next to him, like the person to the right's mic. And he's like, yeah, to all those people in the crowd making that really annoying noise, there's a shuttle bus that comes every hour. Do yourself a favor and stand in front of it when it comes. We're basically saying, like, just kill yourselves. And I'm like, dude, don't. Oh.
Like, okay, for one, like, the runner isn't bothered by it at all. He didn't say anything. He wasn't getting upset. He wasn't like, oh, I need this to be concentrated, blah, blah. Like, the dude is just a dick.
Yeah.
He's just a dick. And, like, eventually he got pulled off
Yeah, yeah.
Mysteriously, you got like Cook and King.
I was tweeting GDQ. I was like, get him off the couch, man. He's actually like, it genuinely frustrated me because I was so hyped for that run. I was full on thingy, and to have the dampener on the couch, I didn't like it. I don't know. I was just like, just get him off, guys, because they kept tweeting saying like, we've dealt with it, we've talked to him, and then eventually you just see him being signaled off.
Yeah, like, dude, who does that? It's a charity event. Come on.
Do you want to know an awkward one that was happening today?
What?
Okay, there's a game called Rise of the Triad. PS1 but PC too.
What is Rise of the Triad? Never heard.
It's a remake. Apparently, it must be some retro game, and it was like some first-person shooter that looks a bit like Doom, but like the first 3D ones, not like those 3D ones.
Oh, okay.
Very old school.
No, I get you.
Very, very old school. The main protagonist was a girl because she runs faster, but she's got little HP, and he's basically relying 100% on rocket jumps. Every time she got hurt, she just shouted a curse word, and they had the game volume up. So every now and again, it's like, fuck, shit. It was so loud, and everyone was like banned. And he even said like, oh, sorry as well. There's profanities in the game. So, you know, if you're sensitive to that sort of stuff, you might want to turn down the stream volume. And it was just 20 minutes of just curse words. And I was cringing. I was crawling my skin. I just checked the Reddit too afterwards, and there was some people complaining, saying like, I don't know if it's true, but they're like, I walked into my 12-year-old listening to this. I don't know if that's genuine parent or if that's just like someone creating this fake scenario to get points on the internet.
I walked into my room with my 12-year-old watching this. Yeah. He's just saying fuck.
Someone was saying they were having panic attacks. I was like, oh, that really, yeah, I don't know. But it was stressing me out because it was swear words on a PG thing. So I was getting a bit like, not stressed out, just weirded out.
At the same time, we also have runs of Resident Evil, Silent Hill, by Commando. Like, all those were, like, they have a lot of gruesome stuff in it. So it's like you kind of take and get what you get and you take. And to be fair, they also approved these games, so they should have known by now. Especially since these are approved, like, I think, like, 5 months ahead of time.
Something made me die. Like that run, the same run, Rise of the Triad. So you basically trying to kill the triads or something. And there's a secret ending. So he went, you know, he said time, and then he replayed a bit of the last mission to show a secret ending thing. Basically, you press this button, and it just shows clips of an A-bomb going off.
What?
And I was like, dude, basically you're killing Japanese people, and you knock off this A-bomb, which, like, kills you and everyone there. There's a Japanese restream of this. I don't think they want to see this. It was full-on grainy footage of it. I was like...
That's a little
it wasn't tastefully done. It wasn't like a nod to it like Fallout does, which is the Fat Man, which is like the name of the bomb that they dropped. Even though they did have to change the name of it for the Japanese version of the game, it's still like not as on the nose as just watching this A-bomb go off.
Yeah. But like that's also because like every place has censorship in some sort of manner anyways. So like there's a lot of weird different types of censorship. Like I think Australia you can't show blood at all.
Yeah, hasn't Germany got that too? Like they used to have green blood.
Yeah, I think so.
Germany.
I think that's why Mortal Kombat was like that.
Germany can't have any references to like Nazism or Nazi stuff. So like all the Doom. Well, no, not Doom. Wolfenstein stuff wasn't.
Wolfenstein, yeah. But like that's for the better. That's like you don't want to put that back into your society. Like I mean, it's weird that we're still doing it. Like, but at the same time, we're doing it in a way where it's like we're still trying to make Nazis bad guys. It's not like we're like, oh man, Nazis are so cool. Look at them they're in our video game. They're like cool. Yeah, no. We're basically still having them as a villain because like they're traditional villain, easy to be like. I hate people.
They're very easy to demonize because
Yeah, because they're fucking evil.
They're Nazis.
Yeah, like come on. But there's a lot of cool runs. Like, did you see any of the Kirby runs?
No, I didn't.
Kirby Roboplanet's fucking... Kirby Roboplanet is like a love letter to Kirby games. And it's fucking fantastic. Yeah, dude. Kirby games are all perfect. All of them. Like, they're fucking great games. Like, So... Oh, fucking Mario 64 was an amazing run too. Did you catch any of that?
Wait, Mario 64?
Mario Kart 64.
Mario
Sorry.
Kart. Oh no, I didn't watch any of the Mario Kart ones. I streamed
the Mario
once
Kart
this
one's
week,
sick.
and that was exactly when it's on.
Oh, dude, Mario Kart was sick. There's just Mario Kart 64, so it's super broken.
Oh man,
It's
see,
like-
I
it
had
was-
people
it
in my
was all
chat saying they
skips.
were watching it, and it was making me die a little inside because I was like, I want to watch it now.
I heard The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past Swordless was amazing.
I
wanna
heard
watch
that too.
Yeah, Shantae was great, but that's because Shantae is a really good game in general. The guy who was running it was genuine and could talk pretty well. The Mega Man games were kind of boring, but the race was fine. The race of Mega Man X2, that was
Yeah.
great. My boy, shit, I forget his name.
Oh
My
crap!
dude-
The guy who
My
won
dude,
it.
top right won.
We always make so every time there's a race on and we're all online, we always pick a screen, say top right, top left, bottom left, and we always just cheer them on. I think you had
Oh, it was
Kuravato.
Yeah, Girl Battle. Dude, that guy was awesome.
He did another run later. He did
He did
Adam's
Mega Man
Family.
X.
He
He
did
did Mega Man
a-
X right before.
Yeah, he did loads this year. At least
Dude,
3
that guy's
games.
sick. The dude has
Insane.
he was really fucking good at
He's
that
got a
game.
wicked repertoire of speedrunning games. Kudos
Yes.
to him, man.
Dude, that guy's props.
Bruh. Bruh.
If you're hearing this, props.
Props.
Um,
I know Blue didn't like the Tetris Block. I loved it.
well, to be fair, like I heard why the Tetris block wasn't great. There's a lot of like showboating of your skills rather than being like, this is a charity event, and I mean, like, I get it. Like they're showing off their skills because it's a charity event, but like they're real. Like apparently they were real shit talking. You know, like oh man, you're garbage. It's like oh, like I'm so much better than you. Like shit like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think I enjoyed it. I'm trying to think back because I wasn't really looking out for that stuff. I was mainly focusing on them, and I was also typing in Discord, so I wasn't listening. I was just watching the skills and then being like, "Holy crap, he just did the thing!" Ah!
Oh, fucking! So, did you watch the Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix at all?
I fell asleep near the end of it.
Oh, dude. So that was going on towards the end of my work. Like I was watching it during break, and then I came back, and then when I got out of work, they were doing the Sephiroth level 1 fight, and then I don't know what the other boss is called. I never seen him before. He's only in Kingdom Hearts Final 2 Mix, and like, dude, that skill takes to fight those things is like you have to be on beat. It's like doing a dance, like constantly you have to be on point to do it. Like, damn, those were fucking good. And apparently, like, the singing was on point, too.
Yeah?
From what I heard, yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's one guy with this really deep voice. He was awesome. The guy who was running it, I don't know, his singing was all right. Wasn't the worst, wasn't the best. But there's one dude. And then Spike Vegeta did, and the other guy, I want to find his name. The guy with the deep voice, he was Gaston, and he did, Spike Vegeta did the whiny voice guy. From the Gaston thing?
Yeah.
He's like, no one, da, 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 and he had a really funny voice for it.
Oh my god, Spike Vegeta is awesome. Like, he's great. I wish he would do Run again.
There was a
I wish he
girl,
wasn't dead.
she was doing the Little Mermaid song. And you know, partway through the song, she's singing, and she's like, trying to think of the word. And then Spike Vegeta just walks over, grabs the mic and goes, feet. She's like, oh yeah, feet. And then she continues singing.
Dude, fucking Spike Vegeta, the homeboy.
He's the man.
The life of the party. Yeah. Freaking Oh, and then later that day, there was the Super Mario Relay Race.
Oh my gosh, that was so hype.
That was a fucking amazing run. Oh my god, like it was in this order: Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario 2 USA, Super Mario 3, Super Mario 2 Lost Levels, which is also just the Japanese version. And then Super Mario World. And man, it's like fucking, it was like Super Mario 1 was like everybody's like right next to each other, like, oh man, there's like no, there's so much tension. And like Super Mario 2 is where it's like bottom left, I forget who the runner was at the time.
Yeah.
Who was it? Team, not Resna. Who was the other
Birdo.
Team Birdo. Team Birdo had put their cart in wrong, I guess, because like they were getting graphical errors where there's like static.
Yeah,
like
the guy
didn't
was the
affect
world
him.
record holder or something, or the only world record holder for that game. But he had like this glitchy thing happening on the screen every couple of seconds. Like it'll just like
Yeah.
fuzz on the screen sort of thing. And I can only presume like the commentators kept saying like, oh, it shouldn't be a problem for him, shouldn't be a problem. But to me, it would still put me off in marathon conditions at least.
Dude, but like it didn't look like he affected him because like he never fell back in the Super Mario 2
He
one.
died a few times in very I don't want to say stupid ways, but very
Two? I thought it was
in two. When the graphical glitch was happening, he had a few deaths.
Oh.
And I was only thinking, like, the only thing I could think of was that because of the glitches or just due to, like, mistakes?
Well, that's hard to say.
Hmm.
Probably, it was probably the glitches. So, like, to be fair to them. Super Mario 3 was where I think everything started going to shit.
That's when, like,
like-
the lead was really established, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like Team Boom Boom got like a full 2 stages ahead of everyone, and like they died at Bowser, and everybody was like, "Oh fuck, they lost their thing!" Oh, and then but like he just went back and did it, and like he won, and then he was like already starting the next game when Team Birdo lost their power up at the very end of at Bowser, where they had to fight him, which really sucks because you have to do Bowser normally if you don't have the Fire Flower or the hammer
Yeah,
shit or
he
whatever.
lost his that power up, so yeah, he had to do it like the old fashioned way, the old bop in the head. But
Yep,
when I
he
was
had
throwing the things, in it.
No, it wasn't the right things. That's you're thinking of Super Mario World. No, this
Oh,
is
that was
Super
the
Mario
last
3.
game, wasn't it?
Super Mario 3 is where Bowser jumps up and then pounds into the bricks. So he had to wait through that entire thing.
Crap, that takes forever. Yeah, you need to
Yeah.
make him dig the hole in with those blocks.
Yeah, apparently there's like a tiny little hitbox area where you don't get hit by him, but you can stand like towards the middle and he would hit both sides. So that was like crazy to learn. And then Super Mario World happened, and then Super Mario World was like Team Boom Boom ahead the entire time, Team Bresna and Team oh, you know what? No, it wasn't Super Mario World first. It was Lost Levels. Lost Levels where Team Birdo fell apart even harder, and then Team Bresna started catching up a little more. Not a whole lot to say about that one. It's like there's a lot of strats not paying off for some people.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
like they were trying to get it done, trying to get through it. Like
Yeah, there's a few
that was
glitches,
a long
like-
game.
Yeah, I was quite surprised. But the entire thing took 2 hours and 47 minutes. I think that was
Yeah.
the fastest run too. I don't think that was the slowest one. So that was 4 games done in like under 3 hours by so many different runners. It must have taken
five people
so
each.
hard.
So it was 15 people. Like fuck.
Yeah.
It really sucks because like in a relay race, you really, really rely on your teammate.
Yeah, remember that one the other year? Was it AGDQ or was it a previous year? When
Might have been previous year.
there was a Japanese... Was it the one where they had that Japanese runner?
Yeah,
So
it,
they
wa-
had
it was,
the
but I
interpreter-
don't remember.
And he was just like, yeah, I'm going to win this, blah, blah, blah. And then they did it. It was like 3 people relay. So like one person, next person, then he was the last person. And the first 2 people just potatoed or something. I think they died multiple times. So when it came to him, he had this really... He's never going to catch up sort of scenarios. And I felt really bad because they were hyping him up throughout all of it. And
Yeah.
his first 2 people just like... I don't know, just marathon choked or something.
Yeah, like they really fucked him over.
That's the thing, you can't
Like-
knock some of these people sometimes because they are in marathon conditions. You can
Yeah.
only imagine like everything, like Murphy's Law, like everything bad that will happen.
Yeah. Oh man, it's you depend on them, and then this happens, but like you can't blame them because like you know their skill. It's just like it's a marathon. You're trying your best. You're trying not to let other people down. It's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
But fucking man, relay races are fucking awesome though. Like what was the other one? Super Mario Maker, where they were doing the stages. That was great.
Dude, Super Mario Maker, I want that back.
I don't know. I think it's dead now. I think it's like it's already past the time where it's like cool, I guess.
I suppose, yeah.
Like here's hoping the Switch comes out with it. Like I fucking would love. Frankly, I think all Wii U games should just be pushed to the Switch.
Yeah. Because there are some decent ones. The Wii U was one of those consoles where it is a good idea, a decent idea, had some good games, but just wasn't worth buying, at least for me.
Yeah, like some people would be like, these 3 games make the Switch. But
It
like,
filled a niche that I never felt like I had.
yeah. It sucks because there's a ton of games I would absolutely love to play on the Switch. Like what is that? Like the thing that came with Meat Plaza, like the NES festival or whatever the hell it's called. I don't remember what it's called. There's like a bunch of like mini challenges in old NES games that you can play. I'd love to play that. I'd love to play. Hell, I know it's a terrible game, but I want to play it anyways. It's Paper Mario Color Splash. I know it's terrible. I know it's because they ruined the formula, but I still want to play it. Yeah. I still want to be mad for a reason, you know?
Isn't that the Twilight effect though? Like I knew so many people who watched like the first Twilight and the second one, and then they're queuing up to see the first half of the third one and the second half of the third one, and I'm like, why are you watching this? You know it's bad. They're like, yeah, but I've seen the first 2, so I might as well finish it. And I'm like, just stop. You don't have to.
It kind of is, but like the difference between Paper Mario and Twilight is that the Paper Mario could stay with good writing. Oh shit!
What?
Paper Mario stayed with good writing.
Oh, is that a sick burn? Did I miss the sick burn?
Yeah, you did.
I don't know enough about the fandom to know this. I just know like the new ones aren't true to the old ones.
No, yeah, like I could talk about it some other time. Maybe when we play Paper Mario. Yeah. What else do you want to say?
I want to talk about Super Metroid, but I know you haven't seen it, and I kind of want to watch you to watch it, so I'll leave that one for another day. There was Titanfall 2 was surprisingly good.
Was it?
Yeah, dude.
What did they do? It was the story mode, yeah?
Yeah, it was a story, but it was essentially Mirror's Edge with mechs. The way he did it, like all the speedrunning thing, all the free running in it was amazing. And it had this one guy on the couch who was super in love with the game. Like me and Creeps were talking through it. I think we were on call. Yeah, we were on call together. We were just chatting. And this guy, the way he talks about it is like, yeah, this fits an auto scroller, but it's probably the best auto scroller like ever. And then he'll just do something and like there'll be a scripted cutscene or whatever when you're watching something. It's like, yeah, this is probably like the saddest moment in a game. And he just absolutely loved this game. And it was at first we thought it was annoying. We were like, dude, this guy bums this game too much. This is weird. Like it's like he's trying to sell it to us. He's saying like, oh yeah, the story's really underrated. Everyone's got to check it out if you can, blah, blah, blah. And at first he kind of like, yeah, whatever. But there's one moment when they're on these flying ships and he's in his mech suit or whatever. There's another one. And he does this thing where he punches him and launches him off the edge. And the guy on the couch just flipped out. He's like, whoa, I didn't know you could do that. No one ever showed me that. And then it was that moment me and Crease kind of turned on our opinion or whatever and went, actually, he just really loves this game. I can appreciate that.
Dude,
like
it's rare that you have someone who is genuine about a game.
Yeah, at first he was too salesman-y and it was putting us off. But then when he reacted organically, we were like, you know what? I like him. It's his, you know, sometimes it's a bit too preachy. That's it. He was really preachy about the game. He was almost evangelizing the game sort of thing. But at the same breath, it was adorable when he was reacting or when he'd get like a frame perfect thing or whatever, like a perfect run on this one jump sequence where, because you essentially like wall running, double wall running, doing this weird flip, going on this small thing, clipping out the map. Really wicked runs like that. And then when he does it really good, he just explodes with enthusiasm. And I was like, oh, he's adorable. He was 20. Yeah?
It's just like I was saying, like it's rare you get someone like who genuinely loves the game, like he's genuine. It's like, this game's awesome, I love it. And like, cause like there's a like I mean it's not like bad, but like some speedrunners are like usually like, man, yeah, this game's garbage, I love it though. Like, yeah, but you're still shit talking.
Yeah. Did you check out any of Super Penga World, by the way?
Yes, I did, and it's fucking nuts. And also, man, so banned.
So banned?
So banned. Yeah.
Why?
There's a stage called Penga's Butthole.
Oh no, that's buttholes aren't that bad. Like the brown water that you're flying through. Dude, did you see why that game was made though? Like the article.
No, why?
Oh, dude, they read out this article that because Penga's one of the runners. He was the middle guy on the couch. And he does like blindfolded runs and all this stuff. So this news journalist. It wasn't Wall Street Journal, but I want to say it's like one of those sort of high-end article maker people things, news outlets. And they did this slander article or something, just slamming him, saying like, oh yeah, this guy can do Mario blindfolded. Penga,
yeah,
if that is his real name, we don't know. Yeah, he read it out, and it was just really immature burns. Like they were trying to roast him, but it wasn't funny. It wasn't great. They're like, oh, if you got this much spare time, maybe consider volunteering or learning a new language instead of learning to do a game over and over. And it's like, what the hell? So every stage was just based around this article and all the little snippets that they dug at him. And I'm like,
now that garden part makes sense.
Yeah?
Yeah, the garden part, Penga's garden, the stage.
How so?
Stage, his spare time, gardening.
Ah, yeah. It was such a good run. They scheduled it for like an hour and 10, and when they submitted the run, his best run was 37 minutes, but he did it in 32 minutes. And I think he's beaten 30 minutes, but dude, the amount of skill you need to do that game is insane.
Like I was telling you guys when they were doing the relay race, like the Super Mario's cape in Super Mario World. Yeah. Fucking busted, and you have to use it like as busted as possible in that game.
Yeah, like it makes you OP, so the requirement skill is way higher just because of how powerful it is.
It was a sick run. Like it happened fairly recently. Who knows how many hours ago that was? You'll find out eventually. But like, if you guys ever want to see any of these speedruns, they're on the VODs and they're also on their YouTube. Games Done Quick. Look them up. In fact, they get uploaded like a couple hours after the run's done. Like most of all the runs are already uploaded. You can check them out literally whenever. It's fucking amazing, isn't it? Technology.
Yeah. If you had to recommend one run though, what would you recommend? Like if you had to pick one out of I know you didn't see as much this year as you would do previous years, but like this SGDQ, out of the ones you saw, which one would you recommend?
Probably Final Fantasy 7. 8 hours if you have time to spare.
7 hour 48 run.
You have the spare time, right?
No one's got that much time. I don't know how he did it. Did he have to do a pee break? Because I didn't watch it.
I don't think so. I think it was like if he needed to, I think they would have given to him. I don't know, because like I went to sleep around when when the run was about to start. I woke up towards the middle of it.
Really?
Yeah, like that run didn't end till way afterwards.
I woke up just as... No, I think I missed it completely.
I woke up towards the end, or the middle of it, where, like, spoiler alert, Cloud gives Sephiroth the black materia and destroys the world and shit. And it's like, man, like, they're keeping up with it. Like, the couch is still talking, still lively, like, everybody's still there, like, they're they have banter and they're talking about everything. Weird. Like, they're still alive.
What was it like? Like, was it a decent
energy? No, it was a decent run. Like, it's for real. Like, the long runs have had pretty good commentary recently. Like, the Chrono Trigger one had pretty decent commentary when I saw it too. As well as the Kingdom Hearts, but, like we said, like, the long run's decent, really good.
Yeah.
Like, you just don't expect to spend that much time watching a run.
Yeah, I don't know if I could do that one. The one I really liked, probably because it's the most freshest in my mind too, is Super Penga World. It's worth checking out. It's only
type as hell.
I think it was only 37 minutes in total, 32 minutes. So it's not even that long of a run, but the couch commentary was great, and just watching it too was awesome.
Yeah, it's fucking fantastic. Like, check it out. Check these runs out. It'll be worth the investment in time, guaranteed.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna actually cut this podcast a little shorter, but I wanted to cover the news real fast. So Overwatch got a new character. It's not voiced by Terry Crews. His name is Doomfist, and fans apparently are super disappointed that's not voiced by Terry Crews. Terry Crews, however, though, is not like caring. Doesn't care.
Doesn't he? Was it based on him? I don't know anything about Overwatch, so this is like
I don't know.
Hearing the backlashes of it, but I don't know the ins and outs.
I don't know the ins and outs either. Like, because like I'm not here super often, so I don't get the full news. I get a lot of the gists. But, like, yeah, it's like he's a new character. People love who he is, but people don't like how he sounds, which really shitty for the voice actor who put all his time and effort into it. There was also a news where there was a Splatoon direct, and they introduced the new Squid Sisters, which are, you know, the idols of the world. And one is a gremlin named Pearl, and the other one is a beautiful octoling named Marina.
Hell yeah. I don't know anything about that game either. You picked 2 games this week that I know nothing about, so I can't really add anything. I'm like,
well,
yeah,
to be honest,
cool. Nod in my head.
There's not much more to add than that.
New characters all around. Every game gets a new character. You get a new character. You get a new character.
Splatoon comes out this month. It's the 21st, so expect probably me and Spike to play it at some point. So,
yeah, boy.
There's that. You have anything to add, Matt?
No, boy.
All right, so make sure to check us out at Dungeon Runners Podcast on YouTube, and we sometimes stream live on the twitch.tv/Dungeon Runners Podcast. You can email us at dungeonrunnerspodcasts@gmail.com, and be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.